What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Protect the Film Solutions. Thank you for tuning in. We've got an epic video in store for today. As you can see behind us, we have the infamous DDE Porsche Carrera GT. And in this video, we're gonna show you guys what it takes to wrap a monster like this. All right, so the Porsche Carrera GT, you guys know that's Logan's favorite car, and I think that's probably Damon's favorite car in the fleet. This car was acquired about 2 years ago now. This is the seal gray with terracotta interior. So first we're gonna do a walk around on the car before we get to what is actually going on, because I'm sure you're wondering why this car is in pieces right now. I promise you it's all for a good reason. So we're gonna do a quick walk around on the car and kind of what makes this car such a epic machine. So starting off, this is a V10 and it's a manual. So one of the rare supercars that's left with a manual transmission. Also, the sound that comes out of a Carrera GT is super unique, especially when you do an exhaust system on the car. They just sound epic. So come around on the side. So Damon's already messed with the wheels. He's changed it out. These wheels are a temporary wheel on there right now. They do look good. They match with the seal gray, but those will get changed out shortly. So we'll get back to those. Come around on the side. As you can see, the door is already off the car. Ralphie has already disassembled it and we're getting underway. But the interior of the car, super simplified, very basic interior layout, which is what makes it so clean. Very true to the early 2000s Porsche. You gotta love the manual gearbox up on the dash, which is definitely a unique feature that is not in many cars out there. And then of course you have your traditional e-brake on the side over here. So if you've never got in the car, you got your e-brake that matches the same side where the key goes in. So a couple kind of quirks of this car. So coming to the back side of the car, you can see the suspension setup is also a pretty unique system where the actual shock assembly is above on here versus the traditional assembly, which goes down on the sides. On the back of the car, you can see now we already have the rear bumper off. And you actually can see, usually there would be the giant suitcase of a muffler back here. They actually have a custom Inconol system on the back on here. It is super loud and aggressive. So bumpers off the car. We got some of the top pieces off as well. You can see on this side, the door is partially disassembled. They're gonna be jumping back on the project so we can get it going. So why is the car like this? Well, we are Protect the Film Solutions. So what we do over here is we do vinyl wraps. So this color does look good. The wheel combination, the interior, everything kind of all matches, but it wouldn't be a DDE car if we didn't make it unique and wild. So what are we gonna do, Daniel?
We are gonna wrap it.
We are, and when I say that, you and me?
Yes.
Bruh. No, we're not. But the guys will be wrapping the car. So yes, very excited to wrap this car. This is gonna be our first Carrera GT for a full color change. We've done numerous Carrera GTs with the clear bra. We've probably done graphics on quite a few of them at this point. Ceramic coating, tint, windshield protection, but this is the first time we're gonna be doing an actual color change. We're not just doing that, but we're actually doing it with the door jambs. So I've talked about in videos in the past, there's two options when it comes to wrapping your car. You can wrap it so it is with or without door jambs. So what that means exactly is when you open the doors on the car, this inner jamb right here, as well as the inner jamb right here, those can be left exposed. Depending on the original color of the car and the color you're wrapping it to, will kind of determine which option I typically would recommend for clients. In this case, the color that's going on this car, which you'll see later on in this video, is something that should be done the right way. It takes a little bit more work, so that's why cost goes up a little bit more as well, but only the best for Damon, and he did not pay me to say that, I promise you. So this car will be getting the door jambs done on it, and we're gonna be diving right into it, guys. So before we get to the end of the video right now, what color do you guys think this car is going? Comment below. It will be a solid color change. It will not be a livery, but potentially in the future. So comment below right now. Don't fast forward and cheat. What color do you think this car is going? And let's dive into the wrap. All right, guys, so there you have it. This is the Daily Driven Exotics Porsche Carrera GT and the infamous Signal Green. Super excited with the way this car came out. It's really cool to see in person. This was a long time coming for Damon. If you've been watching his videos, you know that Signal Green is a color that he's been wanting for a long time. He first saw this color on the 997 GT3 RS. As you guys know, the Carrera GT does not come in the Signal Green, so having this color does make it a one-off color. I don't know if you call it a one of one, but definitely one off. Not many Carrera GTs that you see in something wild like this. The traditional color is obviously the steel gray. There's a silver, the black. I believe there's a couple white cars, yellow and red. Another famous YouTuber, Saul Mondrian, did what color, Daniel?
Ruby Stone Red.
Ruby Stone Red, and he painted it. So that was going one step further. He had that fully deconstructed and painted. But on this color, at least for now, this is the new wrap. So how did we come to this color? So this is a option through 3M. And what we did was we added another layer of gloss lamination. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna give one extra layer of protection on top of the vinyl. As you guys know, vinyl wrap, the intention of it is not to protect the paint. The intention is to change the color. So by adding that gloss lamination on top, it thickens up the material, making it a lot easier and more durable to maintain. Lastly, we did the Glanz ceramic coating on top of that. This did receive a full body with door jambs. So if you wanna come on over this way, Daniel's rolling his way over here. Actually, let's stop. Let's talk about this. Daniel, what's going on with your foot?
Yeah, why don't you just
Let's see here. All right, so Daniel decided that, ta-da, what happened to you, Daniel?
I decided to jump over a little gap,
Yeah.
and it was a little bigger of a gap than anticipated, and I didn't make it.
Okay.
I landed on my foot, I broke it, I sprained my ankle, and now I'm here.
But it happened at Longtail Rally and you had a good time.
Yes, it happened on the very last day of Longtail Rally, so you know it couldn't happen on a better day. At least I wasn't 6 states away with a broken leg.
No, just one state away,
Just
right?
one state away.
It's a 6-hour drive home.
Yeah, shout out to my dad. He picked me up.
He did.
He woke up at 4 in the morning and got me by 10 o'clock and then got home. But hey, I'm here, I'm good, I'm alive, I'm happy.
He's got the famous scooter. Maybe if he does a good job this week, we'll put an electric motor on it.
Yeah, maybe we can get a full body wrap on it.
We'll do a Signal Green to match.
That's right.
All right, well, I'm gonna give it back to you, man. So just want to address that because this guy is still working away to try to make sure the content is there. So as Damon mentioned in his videos, he brought it by first to see if we could do a full disassembly on the car. We wholeheartedly trust our techs, Ralphie, Brennan, Axel, and the teardown crew. When it comes to doing door jambs, you can't simply just wrap it as is. The doors do get removed off the car, and what that allows for is everything inside the jam in here to all look factory. So typically everything is wrapped with the exception of the final hinges and the bolts, because obviously you don't want to hinder that. But besides that, I mean, it's insane how clean the wrap is. The guys just killed it on this one. Door jambs was a must on this car. This was the trickiest layer of all of them. So back in here, we did do 3 sections of vinyl. Usually we like to do everything all in one piece, but on this particular job, it would require disassembly of the engine covers and some of the structure to get to. So in this case, Damon said, don't do that, just leave it as is. Still very happy with the way that came out, but this is probably the most intricate area on the car for sure. Let's come around to the back side of the car. Wing is up right now, so you can see the underside of it. One of the unique things that we did also do during this time is that Damon wanted to change out all the accents. So on this car, it's gonna come traditionally with a silver accent color. So all the mesh on the car and the emblems were factory silver. As you can see now, it's all painted in a nice gloss black. The mesh on the back, the emblems here. So it's the small details. Damon wanted it to match with the new wheels, which we'll get to next. This particular project, we did do just a solid color change. Usually he'll do the giant DDE logos on the side. For now, he wanted it to look kind of OEM. He wanted a one-off spec. So he's keeping it kind of traditional to the solid color. But maybe in the future, as this car gets more use, it'll get a livery on top of it. But yeah, he wanted the focal point to really be the color green and these brand new wheels. So these are the brand new AL13 wheels. These are done in a satin black finish, changing it up from the traditional CGT wheels. Obviously, he had an aftermarket set before, they were bronze. AL13 did a great job with it. Obviously, it's wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup tires, my favorite tire, of course. One unique feature, because I know we were talking about the car earlier in the video. So you do see on this side, you've got the blue center cap rings, right? On the passenger side, they are blue. On the driver's side, you'll see that they're a pinkish red. Why do they do that? So Porsche does it specifically because they want to know which side goes with which, because they're a directional thread. So they don't want your average tech to swap them because you'll cross thread those threads. The car's all together now. It's got the new wrap on it. It's got the new wheels. One more thing that it does have is that Inconel exhaust. I think on this car, because we have the permission of our good friend Damon, we'll give you guys a couple quick revs and you guys can really hear the tone of it. This is Logan's favorite car. Even though this isn't his favorite color, he would have chose pink on the car.
I would have chose white.
They make white ones though.
They do make white ones. We'll be seeing a white one soon, actually.
Well, this one we chose green, all right? Damon wanted green.
And I think green looks really, really good. Like I said, at first I was a little unsure. I think the wheels threw it off in my opinion. But once the new black wheels went on it, I was like, damn, that looks really good.
One thing you can't agree on, this is probably one of the best sounding CGTs.
It probably is the best sounding.
You think so?
I've heard a lot of them, and this is up there.
Yeah.
Videos, it
doesn't do justice.
doesn't do justice.
Yeah.
And in person, this thing is wild.
Yeah,
It sounds great.
the Inconel exhaust in this sounds good. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna start the car up. It's already been warmed up a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and jump in and let you guys hear the daily driven exotics Carrera GT straight pipe Inconel exhaust. How do you think that sounded?
Friggin' loud.
It sounds so good. It's got good tone to it too. This car is all wrapped up. Damon's flying back in town to pick it up tomorrow. What do we got coming up next? We got longtail videos, right?
Yep.
So you're gonna wanna stay tuned. Daniel and Logan went on longtail and they had an absolute blast. They documented the journey. So the next video is gonna be longtail. They started in Vail and they made their way through a couple states and ended in Scottsdale. So that's coming up very soon. Again, if you guys like what you see, please comment below. What do you guys think of the new DDE Carrera GT in Signal Green? We got more videos coming up soon, so we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Is it?
Performing.